Guys, this is really, really cool. We are down here in southwestern North Carolina, and it is the southernmost, westernmost portion of the Yonahlossee range. And I did some research before we came down here, and a lot of the reading says that they prefer to live in rock crevices versus living underneath average cover like rocks and logs, which we'd normally be flipping for salamanders, and I mean we're doing that anyway. But we came across this rock face. It is absolutely wonderful looking. It is dripping with water. It is covered in moss, and I couldn't help myself. I broke out my flashlight, took a peek. Not only did we find one, but we found 3 Yonahlossee Salamanders using this rock. I'm sure there's more. Guys, this is so cool. I am just ecstatic right now. It's the largest Plethodon salamander, and we got him right here. This is another really cool salamander. It's a solid black in color. This is a gray cheek. I just flipped it under a rock, and it's being really well behaved. It's chilling on these leaves. We were able to take a couple quick pictures of it, and I just thought I'd talk about him really quick. It looks like up north we have redback salamanders, and they come in this, people call them leadback phase, or they're solid black. This guy almost looks like that. You can see it's a lot bigger than your average redback. This is just really cool. We don't have these up farther north, so we've seen a lot of salamanders today, exploring some rock crevices up there. I'm down here on my 5th anniversary trip with my wife, and we're doing what we love most, enjoying nature. I just can't wait. We got a couple more days left down here. I am just looking forward to this so much. I'm going to put this guy right back under this rock, but can't wait to see what else we find. That right there is my lifer red cheek salamander. This is a fascinating salamander. It's a pretty small one. They do get a bit bigger than this, but there's a lot of complex things about this salamander. For all intents and purposes, we're just going to call it a red cheek. It's gone by many different names. It's been reclassified several times into different subspecies and classified back again into fewer species. But one of the fascinating things about this salamander is that throughout its range, there's another salamander. It's a species of Desmognathus, a dusky salamander that also has red cheeks. It mimics this salamander. It's called the Imitator Salamander. I'm hoping to find one of those out here today as well. The reason it does this is because this little salamander here, he tastes really bad to predators. So this other little guy, apparently he's kind of tasty. So he's trying to pretend that he's not, and he's trying to look like somebody else. So we're gonna keep looking. I'm hoping to see a few more, but what a cute, adorable little salamander. So right here is my 2nd ever red cheek salamander. It's a little bit bigger than the first one. But I want to talk about something really quick. To find a lot of these creatures, usually you're overturning cover objects. And I overturned this log right here and found this little salamander under it. I removed it, so when I put the log right back where I found it, he wouldn't get smushed. I've taken a couple pictures just to capture the memory of this beautiful little creature, and I'm going to put him right back under this log, and the log is how I found it. We've been out here hiking, and I found a lot of logs that have clearly been overturned and not placed back. Now, whether you're a young kid, I mean, it's the responsibility of the parent to make their kids know that that's something's habitat. So show it a little respect and be sure to put it back. And if it's another herper doing it, shame on you. Put your stuff back how you found it. Thank you. Oh, cool. There's a baby red cheek. So I just got really lucky. I just flipped a log, and it happened to have this absolutely beautiful Blue Ridge 2-line salamander under it. And right beside it was this red cheek salamander. I just staged him here real quick, just to get some quick footage and some quick photos. But these guys are very feisty. I'm trying to corral them. I want to keep them safe in my hands. I'm going to put them right back where I found them, and I got to reset the log I found them under. So I'll show you where I found them. Just wandering through the woods here. There's this log right here. Now you can see this log is a little offset. Put it back. I wanted to be sure I knew where it was, so I made sure I put these guys right back at the same log where I found them. I'm going to do them one at a time. Ooh, salamanders are... Oh, uh-oh. I just got slimed. We're sliming. These These red cheeks are, oh, he's got slime all over his tail. Oh my god. So these red cheeks are really known for this. I'm going to be covered in it. But that's his way of saying, go ahead, eat me. This tastes really bad right here. Enjoy. And then if I were an actual predator, I'd spit this thing right out because I can't imagine it. I'm not gonna taste it. I'm not in for sampling salamander slime. But I'm gonna go ahead and make sure he gets right back under his log. Here you go, bud. Right under the easiest spot. This is just so cool. I absolutely love salamanders. They're one of my favorite groups of herps. This was another species of salamander I was hoping to see. It's very small, and I tried to get some close-up shots of it. This is called the Imitator Salamander. It's a species of dusky salamander, and what's going on with it is it has these red cheeks. It's basically imitating the red cheek salamander. And one of the things about the red cheek salamander, which we've already seen, is that they secrete a noxious slime. They're poisonous. So when predators try and eat them, they're super distasteful. They spit them out and they're like, oh, I'm not eating that again. So these guys occupy the same habitat. And they taste a little bit better than the red cheeks. But if a predator comes across this little guy and sees those red cheeks and has already sampled a red cheek salamander and found it to be not palatable, they won't eat this guy. This is absolutely amazing, guys. This is a species of salamander that I also wanted to see while we were out here in southwestern North Carolina. This, formerly a subspecies of the Jordans or the red cheek salamander, this is the Red Leg Salamander, which now has its own species status. In some parts of this particular salamander's range, it won't exhibit any of this red leg coloration. This one has quite a bit of red on its front legs, not quite as much on its back, but similarly to other plethodons, it does secrete a noxious slime. It's very distasteful. One of the interesting things today, we found an Imitator Salamander sharing habitat with this guy. So this is just so cool to come out here and get to see these guys. They're out here crawling around on the forest floor. Most of these salamanders, they're all snacking on little invertebrates. I mean, sometimes they're snacking on other salamanders. And just any other little creature they come across that they can fit in their little tiny salamander mouths. So I just found another Red Leg Salamander. He was under this rock right here. This one, it's a little bit easier to see those red legs. This one, there's definitely more red in the back legs here. And the front legs are really, really like maroon red. What an awesome little dude. Gotta get in here and check this out. Look at that. Very jumpy. Alright, now that right there, that's something I will not pass up. So when I'm out hiking and herping along and I see a rock with a big crack in it like that, and I know there's salamanders in the area, I'm going to go check it out. Now sometimes I'll go to a rock like that and find nothing. Sometimes I'll find bugs in those little cracks. And other times I'll be lucky and I'll find some salamanders. Well, this is a really stunning find. I was not expecting this out here. The green salamander occurs in very few small isolated pockets down here in southwestern North Carolina, and I just got real lucky and found one. I saw a little nose sticking out of a crack in this rock right behind me, and I was curious what was in there, so I took a little rock and kind of poked behind him, and he came running right out. What a beautiful salamander. It's got great green color. I feel like it's almost kind of like a neon lime green. It's definitely a very different color variation to the ones that I've seen before in West Virginia. Oh, he's starting to get really active, but I want you to come in here and get a close look at this guy. I'm going to put a flashlight on this guy. Look at that color. What an amazing salamander. Look at that. Wow. This is just the coolest. Oh my god, I just flipped another salamander we haven't seen yet on our trip. We got a spring. These guys are sometimes evil to other salamanders. They gobble them up. They're known for even being sometimes cannibalistic. This is another salamander that's pretty common down here in southwestern North Carolina. This is he's very jumpy. This is a seal salamander. I'm very close to a stream, so it's not really surprising to find this guy here. I'm going to put him right back under this rock. They're still really cool to see. I like them. Very jumpy. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna let him go. Okay. Oh, he doesn't want to go back under the rock. So, I just found an Ocoee Salamander. Now I found one of these just yesterday in the range of the red-legged salamander that had red legs. This specimen here does not have red legs. I learned that my pronunciation was very incorrect after the fact. I think I was trying to say Ocoee, but it's actually pronounced Ocoee. It's a very interestingly colored dusky. He's really jumpy. We're finding these guys just crawling around. They're not even under rocks out here. So I'm just gonna let him go. He wants to go. But still a really neat, fascinating salamander that has that variation throughout a lot of its range. Like I said, where we found the red legs, you can find it with red legs. Where they're in range with the red cheeks, you can find it with red cheeks. So it's just a really cool geographic variation in this species. Well, I found a lot of salamanders on this trip, and I was really okay with not finding a snake, but I looked down and found a garter snake. So just let's get a look at this guy. Get a look at what Southwest North Carolina has to offer for garter snakes here. Kind of got a nice checker pattern. His tail's back here. He's kind of brown. Ooh, he's getting mad. I was kind of joking, thinking I'd pick him up, but I don't think I'm gonna pick him up now. Definitely fire it up a little bit. Well, that's pretty cool. Nope. Didn't go snakeless on this trip.